And this like had all the elements of like mainframe and just virtual reality logic from the 90s, which seemed to dictate that they could not construct, they didn't conceive of the idea that they could construct virtual reality devices in the future where the feedback wouldn't be intense enough to kill you if somebody in the virtual environment decides to like stab you in the chest or something. Like they don't really need to make it so that the feedback is such that you actually open up a hole in your heart. I mean, what's the fucking point of virtual reality then? Like,
Well,
especially if you're going to be doing virtual reality fucking, they might as well make it so that you can get chlamydia through it.
Or
you know,
pregnant,
like,
maybe.
at that point, just go out and do it.
Or
they gotta hire somebody to program chlamydia into this thing.
Yeah, the map is not supposed to be the territory. What's the fun of doing virtual combat if you can actually get your head kicked off?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
then they started like just creating virtual people into real people. I don't think they ever explained the science behind this, although I'm sure there was all kinds, and I would be very interested to know how this all works. But I like the fact that they were creating people in vats, and they created a dominatrix who came out of her gelatin vat, like fully equipped with a whip
Mhm.
and bondage gear and ready to fight.
and dry hair.
Yeah. And they just got right into action. They started fighting everybody, and they're trying to take shit over. And there were friends of theirs trapped in the mainframe, I guess. You know, they need to
That can
get them out, and it's no point really talking about the plot. A lot of it didn't tie together, I don't think. But
It's neither here nor there,
Yeah.
really.
but it was very 90s, and there was a lot of action throughout. So to try to follow this nonsensical story was kind of beside the point. You know, there was just a lot of kung fu fighting and a lot
It
of
really was.
early CGI graphics that they were really quite proud of. It looked like regenerating limbs and like growing boner swords and other such items, and an unstoppable villain and a love interest, I think, who grew out of a vat or just projected from virtual reality and became real. Who I think at the end was dead, and either in like virtual heaven you see her bathed in light, or I didn't know if she was coming back to
Oh,
life.
yeah.
I didn't really know what was
Virtual heaven.
happening. So I gotta say, I don't even really know what the
Man,
exact ending was there.
that was the
Well-
most tacked on ending I've ever seen. Like they just had no idea how they were ending that shit.
I actually know the answer to this. This is a first.
Oh well, let's hear it.
Because at the beginning they explained that you could go either rent a virtual person to pork, or you could also fight a virtual person. And the cop or the main character had beef with the virtual man, and the virtual man kept whooping his ass in the video game. So anyway, there were two universes, and then in the end, he just goes back and basically porks her in these machines.
So they were both living in the computer happily ever after.
No, he would just put his VR headset in.
Oh, he was
and
just
pork
dropping
her.
into the mainframe to do some porking and get out.
Yeah, basically, yeah, exactly.
He's just like, wait for me here.
Yeah, it was like VR, basically.
She's just caught in like this prison where she's just surrounded by light until this guy stops in every so often to use her as a cum dumpster.
Basically, they didn't
Oh.
bother programming the background.
A
That was her
heavenly,
fate.
a heavenly cum dumpster.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.